Okay, where were the... Oh, this conversation, sure, yeah. This is where we left off, talking to this dingus right here. We're...
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
So we're trying to figure out if one of these lorry men are transporting narcotics, I guess. There's we've got a tip that one of them are hauling some stuff. Um, this guy just says he's has apples and it's none of his business what he has. So I mean, everybody else has kind of gone through and kind of passed the test, I guess. But this guy we already know is a POS, so it's going to be an interesting conversation. But it's going to be a tough combo to go through. So we're going to start here.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of that like basic like you won a battle song. I know that comes off of an OC remix record that's all around Final Fantasy VI music. So I don't know. I actually don't know if there are any I don't know, maybe other people know. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy, but maybe I never noticed this. Are there differences in the victory fanfare game to game? Like obviously like each one had a little bit of a better sound card, perhaps, and like a little bit of a flourish. But I think it's generally the same kind of melody and stuff. I don't know, kind of interesting. Okay, I think we got to kind of play the game a little bit. So what's a Carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
That's a privilege.
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So you're in a Carter's guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it.
Oh, that's good. Welcome, Raiders. The wrong Johnny coming through with some Raiders. Thank you very much for raiding over. Nice to see you folks. Hope you had a great stream. Welcome in. We are playing a little bit of Disco Elysium. Yeah, just kind of putting away. We're trying to figure out who of these lorry drivers may have some narcotics in their in their carriage or what have you. Yeah, thank you very much for the raid. That's very kind. Nice to see you folks. Coming off of a new PB in my my Indy 4 grind, so it's been a very nice stream over here.
Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
We already went through
Drugs?
this, right?
They're shit, man. You know, they know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds.
Oh, we did this one already.
Then,
No. So we said, listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
What are you still hanging around here for? Most of the other Camanoras have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kids sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Oh, jeez. Massive shifts in arrangement. Excuse me, okay. Nice. Whew. Oh, crud. Yeah. Um, hopefully, he didn't catch all the coughing. Anyways, yeah, the playthrough has been really good. We're just kicking this one off right now with today's session. We're just kicking off now. And on your note of getting back into it, like definitely do it because I don't know. I feel like this game is particularly fun because it's very easy to get like lost in the lore and the world building. It's so dense. There's so much stuff. So much stuff.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, we can ask.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Serves him right. Bad for him, I guess. I'm gonna see if he can spill the beans here.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running the drugs?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember anybody with that name, but
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
where do we find this guy?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Lorry Ben lets out a raspy croak at his own sense of humor.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
So this is not the most reliable person to ask, but it's our only lead.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so.
Okay, we're done. Okay. So south towards the water. So we'll head that way now. No, I guess not. What's this? Ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. That's cool. Oh, what's this? Hang on. This was a thing. Sewer grate. A gateway to the river of filth. Everything is good here. Talk to that guy in a sec. The helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Hand of Glory. I heard of Hand of Glory. Maybe not. Cool, I'll have to remember that. Always up for suggestions for that. That's good. Air rises up from the sewer. Missed the rest of it, but sour something. I wonder if this is a joke we can't go over here, and it's a DLC truck. It's very funny if it's intentional. Even if it's not, it's still fun. Alright, let's talk to this guy. This must be our guy.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Alright, cool. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, post it on in there. That reminds me, I needed to look up one thing for summer here. Yeah, this is the one. So Summer, this is the one, that like pit cross I was talking about earlier. Okay, back to the gaming.
The name Sealang is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
Everything's cool here. This guy is George Stobart. Let's go. Yeah, what's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer,
Yeah.
you're very cool.
Oh,
Bang, 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 bang!
he makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumer's kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some money. Could you imagine? Well, let's start from where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
Yeah, you're not a local. though.
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
Everything's cool. It wasn't.
Apricot suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Isn't that name kind of insensitive? Apricots are delicious.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Seaguy archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
Shut up, you know. Keep it cool.
No,
'Cause we're
no,
cool.
apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws.
Laws. Oh.
Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
-1 for poor underprivileged grandma. Oh, Fred. Should have gone for it in the beginning. What's your stance on
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives.
I got style.
Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Tasty, tasty drugs. I'm super into them because maybe he'll tell us what's up.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Pretty obvious, I guess.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
Actually, I don't like drugs.
That's cool. Especially after you already said you're into them. All the coolest detectives in the movies do drugs. And are very conflicted about it. Still, no drugs here.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, we're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Okay, but you are a lorry. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
Oh, a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
He spreads his arms. I think we press.
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
The drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Oh.
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Who are you afraid of?
Look. There's bad people doing bad things here.
Yes.
That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on. I think, yeah, we're buddies. We're cool, remember? We're so cool.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Ooh.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Yeah, this is the first person I thought was the, like, old woman there. Who are these other drivers?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Cool. Are we cool?
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver... Yeah, the one in the back.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
It was definitely strange.
He's not ruling her out.
Okay, is it, could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Alright, we're cool. We're cool.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You
kind of
deserve
do.
it.
I do want funky sunglasses, but we'll see if we can get some money, I guess, first.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
I mean, we don't even need the money. Well, I guess we could buy some cool stuff. Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
Ooh, what do we pick here? It's an investment into your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. Invest into me not telling your employer about your operation. I'm a policeman. It's investment in good relations with the RCM. It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. Yeah.
I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here?
1 million real. 10 real.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
I guess I could have asked for 1 million to see what happens, but we'll take the tenner and we'll walk. Okay, so oh, what's this? I didn't look at this. You're guaranteed to find something exciting.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
Yes.
A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Rummage the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
Amazing.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Let's, I guess we'll try the roll here.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh!
Sounds amazing.
That visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Should we be prepared for firefights?
I hope not.
He says, looking up from his browser.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
+1 perception. What is my current perception? Is it any good? Yeah, it's actually very good. What's my current? So this would be a new hat, yes? So our glasses are +1 logic, -1 authority. The hat is +1 encyclopedia. That's come in handy, actually, so I kind of like our hat at the moment.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Isn't a visor glasses? I always thought a visor was like the hat that doesn't have a top to the hat. It's kind of just the bill that like wraps around your head.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Why does the economy need to?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought. We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
I don't think I have children, I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy? Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
Yeah, let's
You
take a look
find
at
your
this.
hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Uh-oh.
The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Very specific.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Okay, this is 72. This is in our favor.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants.
What?
You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
That's a problem.
They itch like hell. Like an itch pit in hell.
All natural materials, see? Real wool, 100% skin friendly, and they're yours for only 2 real.
2 half-light. What is half-light? What are you? Let the body take control. Threaten people. You know what? For 2 real, I'll take
You
the itchy
won't
pants.
regret it, officer.
That is a stat that we don't have anything in, so if that's the case, as Summer's saying, that you can just swap stuff on the fly, which I
You
guess
see
I've
2
known.
lowly,
but-
defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
But we might find a good use for the pants. I don't even know what pants we have on. We just have the starting pants, I guess, right? Where are we? Oh, I can't check my. Oh wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, we have another spot. I didn't realize we have a spot. Oh. Okay. Rigorous self-critique. We don't know what we're gonna get until the end, right? Huh. Well, I don't even know what we do here. Derealization. Oh, here we go. Oh, so we don't know until we get it, I guess. I see. I mean, we could do this one. Golly, it's hard to it's hard to pick.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the
A
sneakers.
pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Super cool.
Only? That's madness.
Yeah, those are pretty nice. But yeah, we don't have that kind of cash.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
More little speakers.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Yeah, well, I want to buy the speakers.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
Well, that's why I want them. I think I might be a lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
Yeah, I want
Well,
the speakers.
if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
So it's 50-50 for all of those. Sheesh. I don't even know why I want it. I'm interested, you know? Okay. How interesting. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what my current pants were because I don't actually know what we have. Pants. -1 savoir-faire, +1 electrochemistry. So the itchy pants might actually be worth it. We're already losing 1 point for savoir-faire. Although composure goes down as well. Composure, where are you? Oh, you're over here. It's so hard to sort of make decisions. What is this place over here? This looks like a little Interesting little spot here. Can we get over there? Oh, I see there's steps. I must have missed that. Oh, yes. Please give me more healing. That's terrific. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Ooh, what are you? Fingerless gloves. Okay, what do you do? Electrochemistry. What do we have? We have these interfacing. It's +5 interfacing, which I think is quite good. Like if we were to swap these suckers around here. Look at these pants. Oh, this is an outfit, folks. This is an outfit. I'm kind of here for this. Waterlock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m.
G'day to you, officers.
Man on waterlock.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Okay. First things first, what are you doing here,
My
man
friend
on
Barry the
waterlock?
Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Okay. You can do it before a check as well. Still learning. Still learning. It's kind of crazy, right?
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the waterlock picks the skin off the slice of salami, takes a sizable bite. You know what caused the wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a
Yeah,
moment.
not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Yeah, I want some salami.
Sure thing.
Oh,
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
okay. It didn't heal us, because we were already full. But
Want some
tasty
too,
salami.
officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. All right, bye. What is this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Let's do it.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
We'll release
A
you.
spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Yes. Okay. Can we look at this? Scribbled between the thighs of a page 3 girl. The Elysium Disco. I'm not so very good at speaking French, so forgive me. What do we have going on in here? This is the pawn shop, right? Let's get the first one here. Weird room. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. The bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. What are you? Welcome to the pawn shop. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. What is this?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the street.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans into the pawnbroker. Pawnbroker doesn't hear him. Also, interesting name, Bird's Nest Roy.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the light?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
There's also the matter of rewiring. But the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Well, geez. Okay. You have 30 real. He wants 700 real. That is insane. Okay, so obviously we need to talk to this person. Kind of still
The
just
boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
stand on the tips of your toes to see.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
You sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
No wonder it's just silent in here. This machine.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Would come in handy?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
We can't do it now. We need to stay at least over 20. That's all for now. What about this one?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What's this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Of course.
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
So this doesn't do anything. But it's only 50 cents. So it could be good.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Yeah, let's go.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
He grins. Well, I hope it is.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
Blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
That looks like Renee.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colors indiscriminately.
Right, the rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are they even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
My friend Gart. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, is there anything else in this House of Fun here that we need to inspect before we begin our, I guess, interrogation here? What is this?
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
It's man from Heimdall. It's a rad shirt
Hell
you got
yeah,
there.
man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
Must be a serious
A
fan.
fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Hjálmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Hjálmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
Sniff it.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Yes, the photon
You're
emissions.
not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
What do you mean he's real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjálmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
This guy's voice is very familiar. I don't know why.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjálmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
Yeah.
I doubt the real man from Yelmdale was as poor a role model as the one in the popular literature. But yes, the books are very sexist, in a not entirely unenjoyable way.
How much you selling it?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
You just give it to me for free then?
But why?
I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name. The man from Hemdall is a superstar. I'm a superstar. It would be perfect. I think that's got to be our answer.
I suppose that makes sense, yes. Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Hjelmdal.
Let's go. What does this t-shirt do, huh? Oh, look, it looks cool. +1 physical instrument, +1 shivers, -2 authority. Too old for this shirt. Oh, that is... We had a look happening here. That can come in quite handy, I think, at a certain point. I think I'm gonna keep... Actually, hang on. What is my drama at right now? Drama is at 3. I've found that this one has been good for the time being. Although... I know I can change it, but you know... Our authority has to be like in the negatives. I don't know if we can do negatives, but we've got probably absolutely no authority anymore. Yeah, we have one. We've got 1 authority. Just a single authority. Okay. Let's put this crazy tank top back on. Leyland's from the early Hellblazer comics. I actually don't know anything about Leyland. Sounds like I've heard of it before, like somebody's mentioned it before, but I have no idea. There. I suppose I should probably start working on one of these. Let's go ahead and... Do we do rigorous self-critique, or do we go into Mazovian socioeconomics? Do the critique. Okay.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately? I feel like you're...
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Honestly, I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others. Yeah, quite the
It
collection.
keeps me entertained.
Is Roy high? And if yes, what on? Ooh, so now we can maybe... Oh, I can't do this right now. I can believe. Okay, so electrochemistry. Let's turn our electrochemistry up. So the pants... It's just the pants. Okay, what do we got here?
Hello again. How can I help you?
Oh, I just noticed you changed your pants. Okay, 58. Let's go.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
Oh, true. Okay. Let me put the other pants back on because what's half light do again here? Let the body take control. Threaten people. Okay, maybe we don't need that. Right.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
Oh.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, interesting. We can sell things. Shot put ball. I haven't really looked in here in a while. What are we even carrying? We got postcards. Hanky. Deep pen. Okay. This is good to know. Yeah, I haven't given it to them, no. I just carrying a very heavy shot put ball around with me.
Another time, perhaps.
Yeah, it might be a little.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Can you help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
Do anything about the
I
hanky?
do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Something to do with natural magnetic currents of the Earth. Alcine is on the run living with hippies that are traveling along the lines for good vibes or something. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm not super familiar with Hellblazer. I'll have to look into it. It's kind of an interesting, rabbit hole, I guess.
He doesn't know anything.
Okay.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Me? Oh no. I had to unravel that one in my head. We've been looking for our gun for a while, and it turns out we've already been here.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
We are about to die, by the way.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Was the buyer a policeman
She
too?
didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Is this like Kuno-S? Kuno-S?
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Oh no.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
She must be one of my rabid fans. I'm sorry. Sorry, I sold my gun. I'm one of my fans, obviously.
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
I'm a little bit worried about taking all out of conversations right now because we are very low on morale and we have no way of healing up at the moment.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Yeah, I can't even save here, can I? I guess I can...
Of course.
I'm just gonna make a save here really fast because I would like to press further, but again, you never really know like what's going to cause you damage. in
Hello
this
again.
game.
How can I help you? Sure thing. My apologies.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you could...
You were at, and I don't.
He's not telling you the whole
Tell me
story.
the rest.
You weren't quite yourself, officer. You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
What is this game?
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
How much did I sell it for?
15 real.
Oh,
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most. Wow, there's pity there too. In case you didn't notice.
It's the best of us.
It certainly does. Especially in Rivershow. Sure, man.
Any recordings?
The Coldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I got hobbies just like normal people, because I'm a normal person. Yeah, I'm quitting being a cop and becoming a cryptozoologist.
How interesting. Well, it's been a long while since I've gone hunting for the Coldima Madakwa. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead.
Sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Coldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
Did you
We
ever find
thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldima Madakwa.
it? That's not very scientific.
That really wasn't the point. After the Symphonia, we moved on to the sounds of office supplies or something like that. And I doubt any of us would have been any good at pushing papers.
What's to do?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter.
Do we really have time for this?
Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning.
Alright, Summer. Have a good night. Don't miss too much. I think I'll probably be wrapping this up pretty soon here. I'm having a good time. But have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks again for the raid.
Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low,
No.
like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest.
Oh, no.
Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Seagulls?
And skewers, but
He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head towards the speakers. A new high-pitched shivering sound.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting, frankly. Alright, well this has changed quite a bit here. Smoke on the balcony's at 9, right? Sometime after 9 p.m. Still looking for that guy. Damn mystery. Right, the lady driver. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, well let's go check that out. We've pretty much gone through everything in here that we can at the moment, it seems. So let's keep the our foot on the gas. I guess also the shot put, right? Should we hand in the shot put first? If we go to the right, we can get to that woman. It's not the guy. What is this? The musty smell of a potato cellar in spring emanates from the area. Okay, interesting.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
What do you know of the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Okay.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Okay, that's a pretty big person, isn't it? How do you know?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
So this is not what I expected here. I was just trying to hand something in, but here we are.
The blind leading the blind doesn't even begin to describe it, is what he said.
Let's try not to get caught in the crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
No, thank you.
Okay, let me see if I can just equip it, maybe? I think I can only equip tools, maybe. Yeah, these I can... Yeah, you can see I can, like, hold on to things like that. Yeah, okay. I think we'll come back to those guys. That's pretty interesting. I feel like they have a lot of new conversation points. I want to press forward, though, and just talk to this last woman here. Because I'm a bit curious to see what, like, the real story is. It's very possible that it's that's a dead end or nothing at all, but it's too weird not to chase. Oh, what are you? White tank top. What are you? Got a ton of stuff. The +1 physical instrument. Okay. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of boosting of our physical. That's good to have in the back pocket.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Okay, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Told of a woman driver, you're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone's terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Who's the female driver I was told?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to?
Why are you scary to the people who used to know?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
Said the long...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just...
She hums along as if to attract onward.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
Is there anything
How
else we
should
can
I
try
know?
pushing here?
Do I look like I spend... Oh, Sim.
Okay, so that was a dead end. Very peculiar. Huh. Sometimes navigating around this map is like not super intuitive. There's a couple spots like this one that are just I don't know, like you kind of just have to do it once. And
Now
try
it's
to
turning
remember.
into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Oh, we can ask Tommy about this. Heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know about this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh. He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, then looks away. I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business.
I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Yeah, I mean, let's
I
find
didn't,
you
man.
guys.
I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part. Not trickery. It's true. We would of course lie. But a kind heart is tricky. Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Okay, so who is this person?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Fair enough. Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Well, what does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Why did she
Damn,
leave?
I don't want to...
When?
Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
Well, the person with, like... Doesn't the person who's sitting on top of the apartment building have, like, blue hair or something like that?
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Said she's troubled. Well, believe us first.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Come on, life is just a joke. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hold on, her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then, acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out.
Oh.
Push Tommy and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help.
Alright. I like Tommy, and I kind of don't want to completely crush this guy's heart. We might have to push it in due time, but for now, it's getting late, isn't it?
Looking for
Jeez.
something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You knew the guy did.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Who does, the lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Alright, cook Kim.
Yeah, him.
What are you doing? No. Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Yeah, let's let Kim cook.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peonist job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Okay, I should be able to come back to this. Kim's Bluff, saw you snooping cabin. Okay, +1 from the dice set, which is cool. Okay, so we need half-light. We have a piece of clothing that increases that. Isn't that this one? Authority we probably want to stick with. Physical, should we pop on the the white tank here as well?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, up to 72. I mean, this is our best bet.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Where's Rachel? Batman.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
We're getting in there. You see this?
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
So we go full Kuno up here. Oh, I don't know. Do we maybe... This Madre thing seems pretty powerful. We'll go with that.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is
Past the
lorry?
monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Let's go. Okay. Boy, it just keeps kind of continuing. I think we'll go find the lorry here. The Green Tempo. This is going to be a problem for me to find. Cabin near the monument. Okay. Is the monument over here? This is a monument. This is the problem, right? Is that I don't... Okay, it must be this one.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
It's tough when they're just like, it's green, because I'm like, that's tough for me to decipher.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Lieutenant peeks inside. Peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
Okay, perception is good. In fact, again, now that we've got so many things to wear, it's probably good. What do the gloves do? It's just +1 interfacing. Reaction speed. Versus encyclopedia. Conceptualization versus, yeah, physical instrument. Yeah, I think we maybe swap here just to see if we get any extra checks.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Are we gonna open this, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Okay. One thing... Okay, sorry, we're gonna take a quick detour here again. The one thing this way. The one thing I want to make sure we do here is I've only just remembered that my morale is quite low, so I have a feeling that if it's not going to be a physical pain thing, it's going to almost certainly be a moral failure, which could kill us here. So I'm going to just pop in here. I think we can buy... can we buy a magnesium in here? Yellow roses in the window. Those are not the flowers that we're looking for.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Yeah, fashion police section.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero? Oh, actually, no. I have to be really, really...
Benita. She's a model.
Careful.
Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I could have sworn we talked to these people about this stuff, but this is all new. These are new things. What is this?
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Where can I find magnesium, I wonder? Well, alright, this is what we'll do. We'll make a save. I'm trying not to save scum too much, although I guess if we die we don't have a choice, but... I'm not save scumming any checks, I guess. But if we perish, we're gonna have to deal with that. But I'll make a save here and we'll try busting into this thing, and worst case we die, best case we get in, or it doesn't work. So save. And then I probably will have to call it here because it is late and I need to sleep in the not too distant future. Okay, before we get this going though, we obviously need all the physical things we can possibly get here. +1 physical instrument. This is reaction speed seems better than encyclopedia for this task. And then we need the pry bar equipped. Which is under tools. Okay. Let's do it.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
Not much we can do with that. We tried our best.
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
Appears to be shatterproof.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
Takes the pry bar from you and gestures for you to step back. Then with little
He
warning...
smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
Okay.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Interesting with the movie posters.
There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Yeah, well, obviously this is a thing.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
The lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Fold open at the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the massive brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Alright, take care, Soul Driver. Catch you on the next one.
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Okay, fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
It's interesting, this might not be related, but like there's a lot of details around like the manhole covers and stuff that I've noticed lately. Wonder if that's
No storm will ever drown Revachol. The great solution to the riddle of history.
Third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
Okay.
So it would seem.
The lieutenant examines the map with a furrowed brow.
The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where's the contraband?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the besmerti behind it.
Do bots, 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 do bots, bots, bots. I don't know if we have a mod in chat, so get this one. Strangely polite bot. Sorry to bother you. Then don't. You don't have to. Be your own bot, is what I say. Be your own bot.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta, it's a dark parody.
Thanks behind this.
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Fair enough. Okay, conclude.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
Okay, posters?
These are movie posters, featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Yeah, let's think about that
The
smell.
remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade number 5.
Centerfold?
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera.
Now for the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor.
Go with the
all
radio.
looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
The speed freaks call back.
No, that's on 78.9.
Stops. Coughing awkwardly. Raise your eye.
What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Why would anybody need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Anything we do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
The ghostly actresses. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Could be nice.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Oh.
Yes?
He likes where this is going.
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. She's also the one running the drug trade, would it?
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Be all of Martinez. Yeah, it would fit with Joyce.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still
So
smiling
gotta check
from
the
the wall.
pull-out too.
A metallic door slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Let's unfold it.
It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Okay.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system.
The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Pull that toolbox slides back into it. You close the rust.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective?
Steps
Before
away
we
from the
return to
lorry.
Joyce?
Yeah, sure. And this will be a nice little thing. We actually have to head to the apartment very soon as well. That'll have to be maybe the first thing we do on the next session.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do, is that? What do you think of all this?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Yeah.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that A major player must be financing it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
What about the movie posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile.
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
It's connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
Okay, well, RCM opened an investigation.
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Cool. Okay. That works for me. Good recap of where we are. So we've got some action items. We gotta go talk to Joyce. We have to go talk to the guy on the balcony in the apartment building. And there's probably some other things that I'm forgetting, but it's been pretty good. We moved the story ahead. We're towards the end of day 2 now, which is quite interesting. I think that's as good a spot as any to call it.